Okay, this is Jolie here for the English Mixed Martial Arts Association. Paul Kelly, head coach, thank you for joining me. We've had some big news over the last day, and we're here to break it with you. Serbia World Championships 2023. The date's finally here and the location as well, Paul. It's good to speak to you ahead of this tournament and off the back of this big news.
Good to speak to you too, Joe. 2022 championships in 2023. So this is this year's Worlds in February, week beginning February the 13th in next year in Serbia, so within Europe. So hopefully that will make it more accessible to us in terms of travel, which will be really good. I think I've had a little chance to look at the weather, very similar to England. So we're going to make sure we got our bobbly hats and tracksuits, as most of the guys in the team are telling me. So very excited. I heard through another conversation that this will potentially be one of the biggest or the biggest championship, possibly with 5 cages. So, you know, from the time we spent together, when I was in Italy, we had 3 cages, which is fantastic. In Abu Dhabi in January, we had 4 cages, which is really, really good. But 5 cages is going to make for an awesome tournament and a fantastic, brilliant atmosphere for everyone.
What do you make of it being specifically in Serbia then? What do you think that brings to the tournament?
I think it's a couple of things. I think IMMAF and international MMA is getting stronger and bigger. That's an obvious. And I think it's allowing now IMMAF to set the stage for these huge championships closer to the continents that are involved in. So, you know, originally, way back, it started with just the Worlds out in, I think it was LA. And now we're talking about Pan American, we're talking about Australasia, we've just seen the Asian Championships. So I think in one respect, it's a clear indication of how the sport is growing. In another effect, for countries like the UK, where we self-fund or we're looking for sponsors to help us get there, as are our fighters, it helps us manage that cost better. That makes it more accessible. So for me, really, closer it is, the better. I'd love to see it in England one day. That would be absolutely awesome. Less traveling, less preparation time. I've had a quick look at the stadium. That looks fantastic. 5 cages. I just think it's the next step for us as the England team, coming off the back of such a successful Europeans.
How do you go about selecting your squad for this, then, Paul?
So in terms of the squad, we took 18 competitor athletes out to Italy across the weight brackets. So 18 athletes. There are 16 weight brackets, 6 for female fighters, 10 for male fighters. Generally, we get 2 picks, so you can quickly work out we're close to 60 team members. In terms of picks, we run a regular squad training session. We run regular sessions where we invite new potential England squad members into the sessions. We did that last weekend and had some good guys turn up and join in with us. So obviously for me, the first thing will be international experience. That probably means that they've been out to some type of tournament like that before. Why? Because number one, the experience is a big experience. You know, it's going from fighting in, and our regional affiliate shows are very good and highly presentable. But going out into a tournament where there's 5 cages and 400, 500 athletes in there with you, plus coaches. You've experienced that in Italy. That was 300 plus. This is going to be 500 plus. You can imagine how busy that's going to feel. That brings a stress level, plus the usual stuff for us. This is fighting in a knockout tournament day on day, making weight every single day, medicals every day. So if there is a basis of experience, then that would be a factor. A really good record, because you need the experience of competing in the UK on a good regional show, hopefully on one of our affiliate shows. Good connection to the squad. You know how I am over team spirit and the team working together. That remains a critical factor for me. But then outside of that, we have all these other weight brackets: atom weight for our ladies, straw weight, flyweight, light heavyweight, heavyweight, super heavyweight. And pretty much what you expect is we get the middle, where we get a distribution of quite a few athletes, around a lightweight, welterweight, so on and so forth. But we have extra picks. We have extra weight brackets that we can go into. So we're looking for the really strong athletes in those weight brackets, but we're also looking for representation across some of these little bit outlying weight brackets, the smaller females, 18 to 21s, the juniors, 18 to 21 smaller, and the bigger, heavier males in the heavyweight, maybe even a super heavyweight division, so that we get the best fighters in place, but we also get the best distribution to be successful in our medal hunt.
Okay, to flip that around then, people that are going to need experience to be in the squad, I know for a fact there are going to be new people joining as well. What are the factors that come into the new people that are going to be joining for February 2023?
Okay, so number one, you can go to our socials. There is an opportunity to apply to be part of the squad training. We're going to run squad days now, certainly in December, hopefully a weekend in January. And we will, from anybody that's already contacted us, you will hear from us saying to you, look, we think you should come along to this session so we can evaluate. So there is no precursor to having been in touch with us before. There are opportunities within the squad still. There are opportunities to come and train and meet the people involved, especially if you're in one of these outlier weight brackets. So number one, for everybody out there that thinks they would like to try out for England, that's a possibility for you guys. You can come do that now straight away. Get to our socials, get to our online website where I think there's a link through to our squad application that comes through to our admin team, which will then get passed to me, and you'll get invited, to one of our squad training days between now and then. The next couple, obviously, will be very focused on who we want to take out to the Worlds. But, this is not although we have squad training sessions every month, and we have done now for over 12 months, this is not a you must be in it to be able to be in. You must be in the squad already. If you feel you are a good MMA fighter with a good skill set, with a verifiable record out of a recognized club with a recognized coach, then 100% you should be getting in touch, because we're interested in talking to you.
Well, thank you. That was an important bit of news we had to get out there for people. There's still places available as well. Not long to go, though. Beginning of next year, we start all over again, or we travel all over again. It's going to be it's going to be good to be there, and of course, there's going to be a lot of content coming up, building up to that. Paul, thank you for doing this today.
Pleasure, Joe. Always good to speak to you.